We're back.
We say that every time, and we mean it every time. We're back.
We hope you're doing amazing. We're your hosts, Amanda.
And Dara.
And this is Tame Your Tongue. And as always, let's get into it 5 years later.
Yes, so we clearly had a very busy end of Pride Month because it's almost the end of July now. And we said we were going to update y'all, and we stuck to our word, and we're updating you.
On where we've been.
Yeah, we honestly had such an amazing time. And I don't even know what to say. Honestly, that's how fun it was. I'm like at a loss for words right now, honestly.
It was a really good time. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember where we left things off. I know we talked about like FK Twigs.
We did, right?
That's like where I want to stay. I could
Okay.
be missing something.
I think we talked about that. I
Yeah.
don't remember if we posted it, but I think we did. Either way, we saw FK
Yes.
Twigs. If that's what you heard from us last, you're hearing it again. You know the drill. It was amazing. We've been waiting to see her for so long. Tears were shed. We laughed. We cried. We danced.
We
It
almost
was
fainted.
Fabulous. Yeah, we had really, really good spots. And then something happened, and I'm not going to say what. And we had to leave to the back. But honestly, like, it sounds so stupid and cheesy, but like being at the back of one of her shows is almost as good as being at the front, I feel like, because her
For
presence
sure.
is just so, I don't know, overpowering that you just kind of feel like you're in it in the back. So
And
don't know,
I
it
was
amazing.
just glad to have space to dance. Honestly, like for those of you guys, maybe you're like me, I get a little claustrophobic, I get a little hot. I definitely like to migrate to the back.
Especially as I know we're not that old now, but we are older than we were 10 years ago. And
For sure.
when we were teens, we would, like many other teenagers do, camp out all day, stand there all day, not drinking, not
Since
eating.
like 10 a.m., y'all.
Yeah, and now it's like I can't even get there when doors open sometimes. And
I know.
I'm just like, oh my God, I really can't handle this. I need to like retrain my brain or something. But yeah, I don't know.
I think that's just the natural progression of aging, sadly.
Yeah.
I mean, because I remember being that age and thinking, like, I'm never going to stop camping out. I'm never going to stop, like, seeing, like, people show up, like, an hour or two before the show. Like, I would be like, I'm never going to be like that.
No.
Clap if that was you. And if you're a hag like us now and showing up, like, a minute before.
It's true. And a lot of it does have to do with being, working girls. Like,
yeah.
A lot of times we don't have the choice or like the ability to take off. So we kind of just have to like rush there.
Yeah.
And we also found an appreciation for like being where nobody else is, like she said earlier, because we love to just kind of like tear it up in the back. And like, I mean, dance. Like we dance. It's not just like no offense if you do that, but like we like to have a production because we just have so much fun. I don't know.
And I feel like when you're up at the front like that, all you can do is like that little shimmy move without pissing off too many people.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, and people are getting mad that like her hair is going in their face and shit. And I'm just like, okay, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm sorry. But after that, I think pretty much the next big event was Arca, right? Or was there something in between that I was missing? I really should have like tried to remember before.
I know. I should have looked
this.
at our photographs because those are a good like tell sign. No, yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Because we talked about like FKA Pierce the Veil last time.
And we went to like obviously like a few weekday shows and things like that
For
in
sure.
our local scene, whatever. But we went to this like I guess you could call it a music festival.
It was this little baby festival.
It was. I don't even remember what it was called. All of Us.
It was called All of Us.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was like 2 days. We went to 1 out of 2.
Yes, and we say this. I think we reference this in almost every episode. But if you know our experience with Hinterland Music Festival, if you don't, I strongly suggest going to Spotify and looking up a house in Iowa, because that just kind of gives every detail about what we went through. That sounds dramatic, but it kind of was dramatic in a way.
We were cooked, sister.
Yeah, we were really cooked. So we saw ads for this festival for like months, and we were like, okay, like, should we go? Should we not go?
You know, the festival, like the ticket pricing was relatively affordable.
Yeah.
And I only say that because if you look these days, like at Coachella or even Lala, like it is several $100s.
Yeah.
And this was like very cheap.
Yeah, it was. And they had a lot of options that were kind of like
Mhm.
add-ons for VIP
Mhm.
pricing. And it really didn't make the ticket that much more. I think like the lowest VIP tier was like an additional $30, which is a lot in ways, but other
But in
places, yeah, like you go to
comparison,
Lala, it's
I
like
can't talk.
thousands of dollars for
Yes,
VIP.
for VIP,
So
absolutely.
we were actually in a place where we could consider getting VIP. So we really contemplated going until, what day was that? Like
We
2 days
pulled
before?
the trigger. Oh, we decided. How about that? We decided literally 2 days before.
Mhm.
Because she's right. We saw it like a month or two prior, and we would
Yeah.
just think every time we would go out, we'd be like, let's talk about it and decide when we go out. And we would just say, we'll regret it if we don't. But I just like couldn't decide until 2 days prior.
Literally, something was holding us back for some reason. And I
know.
think we were worried that the VIP was going to be like a scam situation where it's like, okay, they just like got $30 extra out of me for me to do like have no benefits. And
They
I'm
got
like,
me, gal.
I at least want a bathroom.
For sure.
At least, like, that's all I'm asking.
Well, and these days, like, I feel like I've said this a zillion times, but like I'm a pee girl, and I know my friend is the same way.
Yeah.
So, you know, looking at the description in this VIP, it said private bathrooms.
Mhm.
That was like
Air
a
conditioned.
necessity. Air conditioned for sure. So that was like a necessity.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, call me a princess, but a girl needs what she needs.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm like a private air conditioned bathroom. I'm like, I will gladly pay $30 extra for that.
I
alone.
will, because I know I'm going to use it. It's not
Yeah.
even a question.
And so we finally decided to go 2 days before, and we finally got the VIP tickets.
Yes.
And the day rolls around, and it's obviously hot as fuck because of where we live. And we go to the festival.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I'm going to say a little bit before the festival too, because we knew a lot of people who were taking part in the festival as well as going. And they showed us photographs of the festival like the day prior, and it looked packed as hell.
It did.
I realize that at festivals, there's obviously going to be a lot of people, but it just scares me. It's just, I get anxiety from that.
It literally looked like a stage in the center of like a sea of people.
A sea.
It looked
That's
like
the
there
best
were people
descriptor.
behind the stage, next to the stage, in front of the stage, like everywhere you could go, it looked like there were people, and it looked like the people went really far back.
Exactly.
So we were like, "Oh my god,
Hinterland 2.0."
Yeah, we're like, this is really scary.
Yeah. So all that to say, we were scared. But you know, Dara comes to my place, and I step outside, and I'm walking to her, and this guy, literally. Yeah, this is what I want to share. He looks at me and my friend, and he's like, "Oh, a chicken." And then he sees Dara, and he's like, "Oh, 2 chickens." Like, comment below if you guys know what this is.
Like, are we stupid? I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, it was ugly, and no one asked. No one needed that day.
It's weird because it didn't sound particularly threatening. It didn't sound particularly creepy. Like, the cadence in which he said it was like,
it was weird.
So strange. Like, there's not even like a word I could like assign to it.
Damn, 2 chickens. And I was like, ew.
And the way he said it was bizarre. Like, I literally wish I could replicate it for you, because I was just like, what's going on? Like, I'm like, am I in danger? Am I like, I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
It was just ugly, and I needed you guys to know that.
I forgot about it.
Yeah,
so
I'm glad I could bless them with the horror.
Let us know if you know what that means.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm all ears.
I'm just like a stupid ex-Christian girl, and I don't know like the modern lingo, but like I didn't understand it, and the way he said it didn't make it any more clear.
It didn't. It was just ugly.
Bizarre. And I was like, wow, that's a great start to the day.
Yeah, I was like, all right, well, let's go now. So anyways, so we head on down to the town. The hit is hitting. So we head there, and like I said, I get really anxious about this stuff, but there's like no one here.
Yeah.
Like, it is pretty much empty at this point. There's obviously a few people, but
we went pretty early, to be fair, to see like particular people.
I needed to scope it out.
there was like literally nobody there, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see like a little peek at like the VIP lounge, and we were like, okay, I think this is going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. The security there, first of all,
Questionable.
I was like, and especially because this is strange, but like I kept seeing the ads for this on like Instagram and all
Me
over.
too.
And I saw somebody comment like saying that somebody should essentially like shoot up this festival. And I was like thinking, I was like, okay, like I know people are stupid online, but a threat is a threat regardless. And I'm like, security has to kind of be like on it, right? We get there, don't even really look in our bag. All they care about is like talking about our fragrance. Like
literally.
And I was like, I don't even understand. I'm like,
I didn't even know that the security people worked there.
No.
Because they were just so nonchalant on their phones and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm not that bitch that's always like a Karen. You need to do your job. But
No.
like security and like threats of violence, you need to do your job.
That's what I was
like,
thinking.
I'm sorry, but come on, mama.
I'm like, this isn't an average festival.
And I literally, like, I went up to these people and they were literally on their phone as I was in front of them. And I'm like, did I go up to the wrong person?
I know.
So that sort of gives you the idea of how lax things were.
It doesn't work well when you're anxious like us, because we're just standing there and we're like, okay, we're not going to say something, and they're clearly not going to say anything either. We just had to be like, okay, what do we do? Because there was no signage and no help.
It was weird.
And you know what? I love people getting paid for doing nothing, but it's like, again, like she said, security.
That's kind of a non-negotiable, especially for festivals. Like, come on, y'all.
And a festival,
I know y'all see what I'm saying.
Where somebody said that somebody should shoot it. I mean, like, that's me being dramatic, but it's like, you just really never know. It's sad. But yeah,
it's the truth.
We got through that. And again, there was like literally nobody there. It was so small, and I loved it. Like the grounds were, it was like a tiny little corner in Grant Park. Yeah. And I was like, this is amazing. Yeah, so we danced for like the first few sets out of the VIP area. And then we finally like ventured in.
Well, I mean, yeah, because it was just starting to get like crowded, and you know, I was like, we don't need to be tonight.
No, like, let's use our package to
our
benefit.
You know, and so finally we hop these chickens up their way. And it's nice. There's 2 chairs. I don't know why, but whatever. In the sun. But either way, me and my friend make our way to the shade behind the bathrooms, and we are having a ball. We have a really good time. We meet the sweetest, like, fellow festival goer, and we had such a little meet cute. We hung out with him essentially the whole night.
Literally all day, all night. He was just the sweetest little thing.
Cute.
Yeah.
But you guys, it was so funny because, you know, we obviously talked about the bathrooms. Wow, we're so interesting. But Dara goes and she's like, all right, guys, I'm going in. And she comes back and she's like, that was amazing. Like, literally, you guys, like, she saw, like, the light of lights. I don't even know. But tell them.
I did.
Tell them what you saw.
This is so stupid. Like, it looked like it was literally just a bathroom trailer. Like, we've all seen them, right? And from the outside, it literally just looks like there's maybe 1 or 2 stalls, right?
Right.
So I march on up the oddly steep stairs. I felt like fee fi fo fum up this bitch, and it was metal, so it was shaking. So anyway, I finally get up there, and I open the door. And like, there's not a toilet in front of me. I'm like, did I go on the wrong? Yeah, I'm like, did I go on the wrong door? And this is so stupid. But I look to my left and I look to my right, and there's just doors everywhere. I'm like, this is like some Alice in Wonderland shit. Especially because I was expecting like literally like 2 stalls. That's it. And I noticed it's cold as fuck in there.
You guys, it was a fridge.
It was crazy. So yeah, all the bathrooms were so clean. They were like RV toilets. So like there was like not really water, and they just kind of got dropped every time you flushed. It sounds so stupid. So like it didn't smell in there. It wasn't nasty. It was really clean. It was cool. It was heaven. And I'm like, okay, VIP was worth it for this and this alone, because I was like, what the fuck?
And then she was telling like me and like this guy, like, you guys have to go.
I know.
She was like their biggest like promoter. And you know, I followed suit. I went in and I felt the same. So I got it.
Especially because we were literally like baking. We were starting to bake.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, you have to go and even just stand in a stall.
That's what I did. I just stood there. It was delicious.
Yeah.
We loved it.
we spent the rest of the time kind of just like laying in the grass and the chairs, whatever. And then we noticed when we got there that there were people standing behind like the stage.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, oh, that's like cool. I wonder like how you get there, whatever. We were just like curious. And then we found out like our wristband allowed us to go up there. So we decided to get our lazy asses up, and we were like, you know what? Let's get a good spot for, because we wanted to see Slater and Cobra and Arca. And we were like, we want to be like behind Arca
close,
when she's like performing.
Yeah.
So we get up there, and oh my God, we stayed there. We didn't
stood
leave
there the whole night, and like it was so amazing because like I feel like for sections like that, they're bound to get extremely packed, and that never happened.
Yeah.
There was substantial space in that whole area, and I was thriving.
Yeah, it was amazing. And like oh my God, I don't even know. Okay, I'm going to start, and this is going to sound pathetic, but
no, they're ready.
We are shy girls. I'm going to say that every episode. We're shy. We get nervous. We were the types of girls in high school where like we had a hard time like dancing at a concert. I know we said earlier we love to dance, but that was like a later discovered thing that we liked. We did it in the really privacy of our homes.
Yeah.
But like at a concert even, like people would be
I was just a shoulder mover.
Yeah, even then I felt scared to do that. So like fast forward, we still carry a lot of those traits with us. So unfortunately, I do need a little cocktail or a hit or some sort of substance to make me feel like I'm loose enough to dance. And it's not every time, but sadly it's most of the time, because I don't know. I get in my head and I get nervous.
I'm the same way.
It's stupid. So with that being said, we danced without anything for like literally like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And it wasn't
sober living, girly.
Like, you know, you see the boiler room sets on YouTube and there's people with their sunglasses on. They're just like,
yeah,
they look like the damn fool. We weren't doing that. We were like shaking the fucking stage. Like we probably looked insane.
No, we did. And we were literally like shaking everything. Like my head was just like insane. But I feel like the trick was that we were wearing shades.
Oh my God.
No face, no case, honey.
Literally.
We were disguised and we just like we gave no fucks. It was amazing.
It was amazing. Like that day, I had developed like a day before like a horrible rash on my face. No. This happens every once in a while. I don't know why. I just have sensitive skin. So I like couldn't even really wear a lot of makeup that day. And I like to, you know, come like this. And by that point, my makeup was hurting my face so bad. I had to start like wiping it off in parts in the bathroom. And I was like, I can't be seen like this. I have to wear my sunglasses. And then when my sunglasses were on, I did not want to take them off.
It was amazing.
Literally, I did not take them off until I think we were in your house. I was like, I feel so invisible right now. It sounds stupid, but
no, it was so great, you guys. If you're ever behind a stage, wear your shades. And I get it now. You know, I understand the idea behind it. But anyway, yeah.
It worked out because after the festival, we were unfortunately in a lot of people's videos recording like the stage. And I'm like, okay, if I didn't have my sunglasses on, that would have been a scary sight.
There would have been so many pics of me with my eyes like half opened. Like, no, that was the smartest thing we've ever done.
I'm like, that's all I need in this moment. But
yeah, so that was nice. And then also the festival itself ran beautifully. Everyone started on time, ended on time.
Like perfectly on schedule. And that's rare.
That's a thing for me. I appreciate.
Yeah. And especially because the festival was ending a little bit earlier than most festivals, I feel like. And no, everybody was punctual. It sounds stupid, but
no, it was good.
Literally minute by minute. It was back to back to back to back. And we were like, this is amazing. And it's also good for us too, because we get really impatient sometimes. So if I had to wait between sets like an hour, hour and a half, I like get really kind of fidgety. And the fact that this was literally like, there was like maybe 5 minutes between each set, if that.
I think that's why we were able to go so long.
Yeah. And the music was just really that good. Like it took over my body in a way that I haven't experienced in a little while.
I haven't been transported like that.
Like
I was in my Eusexual. Yes. You know, and if you don't know,
I hope you do one day.
You'll figure it out. All I have to say. But when you're transported like that into the world of like dance and amazing music, like it's the best feeling. Slater did amazing, Cobra did amazing, but like when Arca came on, I just feel like we blasted out of there. For real.
That was like probably the best DJ set I've ever experienced in my life. Not only is she probably the most beautiful woman I've ever laid eyes on.
Gorgeous.
The way she danced, the way she moved, it was just ethereal. Like I just could not stop watching her.
When she like move with her hands, I was like, I've never seen a DJ do that.
I know, and it was gorgeous. Her hair, she would just, oh my God, I could go on about it for hours. And then the music, like we did not take a break dancing, and we were jumping. We don't jump. We don't do that stuff. Like we have a hard time with activities like that are a little bit, athletic.
She's not wrong.
And we were jumping. We were throwing it back. We were throwing our arms in the air. We were moving our hair. Like it was amazing.
It was. And, for people who didn't go, I'm sorry. That's all I have to say. And I know that's bitchy to say, but like to be transported like that is like, that doesn't always happen. No. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's my statement.
What I didn't appreciate was the people who
I didn't
desperately pushing in front of everybody to get to the barricade behind the DJ booth, whatever
directly
you call
behind.
It. And they didn't even look like they were having fun.
They literally just stood there like this.
They didn't even nod their head. And I was just like, okay, like what is the point of this? Like, why aren't you like, you can't tell me you're having fun right now when you're just standing there straight faced.
I just don't know how that's fun.
No, I'm like, get away. Like I don't
give someone else the chance who actually like is enjoying the experience.
I know.
I'm sorry. And maybe that's insensitive of me, but it was just strange. I couldn't be stoic in that situation.
No, I couldn't. I thought maybe I would be scared into doing that, but clearly that didn't happen.
No.
So yeah, that was lame to see. I'm also going to air somebody out right now. There was somebody
oh my God.
around us. And they were wearing the most putrid shorts I've ever seen in my life.
How would you describe? I've tried to describe these shorts and I fail every time.
And it's so specific that if this person ever heard this, they would know it was about them. And I really don't care. I am not one to critique someone's style because, you do you, whatever.
Sure.
But this was just pointless. It was like jean shorts with like the part between the pocket and the waistband cut out.
Yes.
Just that part.
So that way the connecting point was just like a G-string of denim.
Yeah.
Almost you could say. That was in line with the crack. And then the other side parts, like you said, were completely cut out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
it wasn't a lot of butt showing.
No, but you could see like
everything. Yes. It was
strange.
The weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, you do you, but like that butt was in my face all night. And I'm like, I really kind of don't want to be looking at this when I'm trying to look at Arca. So
I couldn't look away at certain points.
I know. Too. I was just like staring like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
Sunglasses. I was able to see what was going on. And I was like, did he have an accident before he came here? Like,
if he did anything, he would be exposing himself. Please don't do that.
Yeah. Love a fashion forward bitch, but that was just something I've never seen before, and I hope to never see it again. Yeah, I'm really sorry to whoever this man was, but I just really was impacted by this sight.
Sorry to this man.
I just wish it was executed a little bit better. This is me being congenial. If you want design advice, just message us and we'll help you design some jean shorts. So
perfect.
That's our PSA. Thank you, everybody. But we had so much fun, and I feel like that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. I mean, then we went home, and then the next day, aka the final day of Pride, pretty much.
So
what was it? The Mothered Ship?
I forgot what it was called.
Okay, continue.
We go to this, like we always say this, but there's like always like an end of Pride party. That Dairy Queen puts on.
Yeah.
This is,
one of our Chicago queens.
We love her, and she puts on a damn good party. So we had that the next morning, And
Yes.
well, we realized when we woke up that we actually didn't have to go in the morning. And then we had a fabulous acai bowl and lounging moment.
Yeah, but that's the problem. See, when we have time, we don't have time. When we don't have time, we're fucked. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't know what to say about it. But in any case, we think we have an endless amount of time.
Yeah.
And so we're like, let's start getting ready at like 2, which was far too late.
I know we needed
should
to
start
leave at
like
like
noon.
3:30 or
Yes.
4 or something. And we knew that it was going to be hard to get there because like it's the same day
Mhm.
as the Pride Parade, and like even when the parade is over, like
So many roads are closed.
yeah, it's still closed, and I'll get to that later.
Oh,
But
God.
we were panicking. My rash was rashing. I had to like start my makeup over 7 times
I
because
know.
my skin was on fire. But you know what? We had somewhere to be and we had people to meet. So we got it
did.
together. We said we're wearing our tried and true, oh, reliable outfit.
Yes.
And we handled it.
We pulled it off eventually, but
We
like
did.
I'm telling you guys, when we're not ready, it is just stress on stress. Like I am flustered
We're silent.
to the highest degree. I'm silent and I'm breathing and
Mhm.
I hate it. How about that? So yeah, so we make it there, we're moseying down and there are cops everywhere. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Did not love that. But.
Even worse than last year. And little did we know how much worse it was going to get later. But
Yes, you'll
I
hear about that.
just couldn't understand why the streets were still blocked and why they were dictating where people could and could not go. Because if you needed to cross the street, you couldn't cross the street where you needed to. You had to go all the way down to cross somewhere else to get on that side of the street.
Yeah.
We were lucky that where we parked was on the right side of the street. We didn't really have any issues crossing, arriving there. But it was disgusting seeing the police force and ICE all throughout this Pride event. I don't want to see them anywhere, any day, but the amount of them that were at this Pride Festival was
so
just disturbing.
Like there were truckloads of them driving there. They were pouring out of the trucks. They were on the sidewalk. Like you guys, it was scary.
It was
scary for
and
sure.
You know what they were doing instead of being helpful? They were catcalling people. They were calling people slurs.
Us to be one of
they
them, by the
were just trying to start shit, and it was so disgusting. I'm like, I just can't. I mean, y'all know my opinion on cops, but like, it was just a disturbing sight.
It's just too much,
and it kind of put us in a sour headspace because it's just, I'm like, it's what, like 3 p.m. and you're still like, I just. I can't. I have to stop. I was getting so pissed off.
It was just, it's scary for me. That's like all I can say.
Terrifying and disturbing.
Yeah. So it was a weird feeling getting to the party, just like knowing where we were going, what we were doing, and then having to like trek through that. It was strange. But whatever. Anyways, we thankfully arrived.
Yes, we did.
And, me and my friend do what we do best. We grab a cocktail or two and the fun begins. That's all I can say.
I know. That's all I can say too.
And then it was really cool because the drag shows started starting. They started starting. And, we got to see so many like amazing local Chicago queens, but then also Asia Consent, who is gorgeous. How would you describe her though? Like her look to people who don't know. Gory gorge.
Just the Dragula diva. Like I can't even describe it. It's beautiful and scary
and
gory and sexy, and she's just kind of like everything in one. And if you haven't watched her season of Dragula, I definitely recommend because she's just everything.
She's so tall too.
Yeah, she was so tall. We got to meet her.
Yes.
We did indeed pay extra to meet her.
But here's the thing. It was so worth it because in what other situation were we going to be able to meet her? Like, I don't know.
I know.
I'm sure it could have happened, but the opportunity was here.
It was
so it would have been
perfect.
dumb to not,
And
you
like
know.
we just love her so much. We're like we
She was so
try
sweet.
to meet people like if we can that we admire or like. But
Mhm.
yeah, we were terrified. We were scared shitless in the room. People thought we were crazy. They're like, "Why are you scared?" And I'm
I
just
know.
like,
I was like, are you joking?
yeah, I'm like, why would I not be scared? Like, do you see this person? Like, do you see
Yeah.
her? I don't know. I was scared. And she was like literally the sweetest person I
So
think I've ever
sweet.
met. And she talked with us for like a long time. Like, she really didn't have to do that. It could have just been like a hi, bye. But she was just like
She was sweet.
so nice. And like, she hung out the rest of the day, which I feel like is
That
always
was
cool
really cool
because
to
she just
see.
like watched the drag shows. And I'm like, I always admire when people are like, you know, supportive
Mhm.
of wherever they are and
It's
like that
nice to
scene.
see.
So yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we did that. We got some more drinks, had more fun, more laughs. You know, me and my friend become little socialites in these
Mhm.
situations. So we were just meeting people, chatting it up, and having a gay old time.
Mhm.
So that was nice. And then, you know, Drag Race legend Tammy Brown was there.
We got to hear her beautiful live vocal arrangements.
Yeah, that was something. And then, you know, we got to meet her after everything as well.
Yeah, it was like a double meet and greet, which is like
Yes.
a good idea.
Very good.
And I never thought I would meet her.
Me
Nor was I
either,
like dying
girl.
to meet her, but like if the opportunity was there,
Why not?
yeah, I'm like this girl. I'm like I've known her for I feel like my whole life. Like,
Yeah.
and she looks the exact same. I swear. Like I was just like, holy shit. Like I feel like I'm in a time machine. But she was so funny. she,
She's an enigma to me, is all I have to
she
say.
is. She really is. We offended her on accident
Yeah,
because
we did.
we went on the stage and like we were going together for our photo, and she like grabs our hands and she spins us.
Yeah.
And puts us on the other side of where we were.
And I said, I was like, I'm sorry, like this is my bad side.
Yeah, I said that too.
And she was like, ooh, they don't like my dancing?
Yeah, she's like, they don't like my
like,
dancing.
No.
I was like, no, I'm
like,
really
Miss
sorry.
Ma'am, I love you. I just want a good angle too.
I felt so bad.
I did too, but I was like, I still regret nothing.
No.
Because I did not want to have poopy photos with Tammy Brown. Okay?
No, I didn't either. So yeah,
No,
sorry,
boo.
Tammy.
Love you. Hope you don't, you know, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, I did not mean to offend. But yeah, it was as always one of the best days of the year. It went by way too fast. But we had so much fun.
Mhm.
And after, I like don't even know how much I want to talk about it because it's just going to put me in a bad mood.
Yeah,
So let's just say the issue we discussed earlier about, you know, the police force and everything increased times probably 50%. And the street closures got even worse.
You guys, they closed down like every road.
And if you have to get down a street,
you can't.
You can't.
Good luck.
Even if you live there, I saw them like heckling people and fighting with them about getting back to where they live. And I'm like, okay, who is this helping? It's just creating more like risk because all these people are just flocking everywhere and they have nowhere to go.
In my opinion, I felt less safe.
Yeah.
And I always do. I mean, we went through this last year as well. But it's like, I'm not kidding you guys. We are smushed together with like hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And, you know, we made the same mistake as last year where we walked down this one direction for what feels like a solid mile for like a good 25 minutes, all to be told, you guys are going the wrong way. You have to go down to go back up.
Yeah.
Up to go down or whatever. And we said, we're like, our car is literally there. They're like, no, you need to go up to come down. So that was really fun.
It is so crowded that like you literally have to shove and squeeze through people in like a crazy way.
I really don't enjoy it.
It's so sad because all these people just want to have fun and yet they're just being screamed at by cops for no reason. And I felt like they were just like treating everybody like pigs. They were just like, nope, you can't go this way. Why? Because I said so. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, this would be so much better if you just let everybody go. I'm sorry.
I know. I almost got into it. I was like, how is this better?
How
is this the way? You know, but you know, to avoid the best day ever ending in jail, we mosey our way and go back up to go back down. And after we went up to go back down on the other side, we are very close to our car, and a set of cops are like, you can't go this way. And we were like, they literally told us this was the only way to get here. And, we pretty much begged at this point. One of the cops was like, all right, fine, go. And then the one next to him stops him and says, no, they need to go. And her and I just speed walk. We're like, we are not doing this again.
Yeah, I
Mama's
was like,
beats were dying.
Literally. In that moment, I was like, I am going to have to start screaming at this cop right now. And I would have, because it was so stupid. Our spot was literally like 2 blocks away from where we were. And they were like, no, you have to walk 15 minutes that way to then go down that way and then go. I'm like, no, this is like, I swear they were just lying to people to like create, I don't know, a rise out of people. Because it's like, how come everywhere you try to go, they say you can't go there?
I know. At that point, it's like, where are we supposed to go, y'all?
I know.
But yeah, so that kind of sucks. We talked about this in our last year's Pride recap. It happens every time. Wish it wasn't the case, but it probably will be every time, and that really sucks for so many reasons. Like, it's not just about it being crowded; it's just like the intimidation of it all. It's like, why? Why do we got to do that on this day?
It was so lame. I'm like, I know y'all aren't doing that at these conservative rallies. Thank you very much.
Too much.
And it sucks because it's like we have to start and end a really fun day with like just scary shit and rage, because you get mad seeing the way that they treat people and the way that you get treated. You're like, this is just ass. But yeah, we were able to rise above and we could reflect happily on our amazing time. But these bitches were tired. We were really, really tired.
Well, because we went like 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
It was a 3-day bender.
Yeah, it really was. And we're going to do it again all throughout the year, as we always do. But yeah, I don't know. It was just a really fun end to the month. And I don't know. I feel like that's all I have to say. Yeah. I mean, we have another big update, but I feel like that could be a part of another video.
Totally. I think we should just save that for another.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that was the end of our Pride, the second half, you could say.
Yes.
I know we are late as hell, and this is gonna sound so old, but like, we hope you guys had a great and a great 4th of July. Like, that's how late this is. I know, but like, we're even past that.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's like everything is done already. It's old news. But you know what? In our lives, Pride is like, every month.
It's every month, literally. Like, it's not some, and no shade, but it's not some birthday, thing. It's not some bachelorette, bridal shower thing. Like,
it's our lifestyle.
we love Chicago drag and Boys Town and like all that stuff. Yeah. So, we love the community too. We always default to talking about that, but like, it is what it is. We just have a ball. So, I hope you guys had, as much fun as we did.
Yeah. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting. It really does mean the world to us.
All our 32 friends.
I know.
We love you guys.
We do. It really means the world. So thank you. And yeah, I don't know. We love you.
We'll see you guys in the next one. I hope. So love you guys. Bye.
Bye.